are pathetic. This is a pathetic move. You can't give him to Green Bay.
2 first-round picks is pretty nice.
This is the Dallas, and the Dallas Mavericks have nothing. This is trading Luka to the Lakers in your conference. That's what this is. This is ridiculous. You can't trade him to Green Bay.
2 first-round picks. I don't think anyone was offering that. Kyle, 2 first-round picks. That's a big deal. And I think it goes to show how much the Packers think they're ready to compete for a Super Bowl. This is the last piece, right?
The city of Dallas.
Mike, but you hear me out. Hear me out on this. Micah Parsons for the Packers. I think the Packers believe this is the last piece they need to compete for a Super Bowl. You're giving away 2 first-round picks.
You're giving away 2 first-round picks. By the way, that's a no-doubter deal. I would take that tomorrow. That's 2 picks in the 20s. That's 2. Absolutely. Packers are going to be in the 20s regardless in terms of that first-round pick. 100% do that any day of the week. For him, yes. This is a guy who's a 4-time Pro Bowler, 3-time All-Pro in 4 seasons, who's 26 years old, and now you get your Reggie White.
It must have been that ugly, that situation with him and the Cowboys. I mean, we just speculated about it for basically a whole hour, the Micah Parsons situation and with Dallas, and it must have just been that sour to where because remember what Jerry Jones told Cowboy fans at Cowboy Camp was that I wouldn't lose sleep over this. He's going to be a Cowboy in so many words. And now he's,
over the past couple of days, they've had this basically handshake done, and they've been trying to negotiate. $47 million per year he is making, which is $6 million over TJ Watt.
And to your point, Colin, on how like it must have just gone so sour with that agent. That the agent and the Jerry and the whole thing. To go in and trade him to the Green Bay is pretty crazy, though, to a rival. That's a rival. That's somebody where you're setting them up for success. You're setting them up for
a freaking trade for Green Bay.
So you compared it to Luka.
What, Dallas? Hold on.
Ship it out. Compared it to Luka.
They shipped out Luka, and now they shipped out Micah. If I'm a Dallas fan, I'm pissed off. Now I got Cooper. Dallas is not getting the number 1 overall pick. Doesn't work like that in the NFL. But I'd be pissed off. You got the team, Dallas Mavericks, fresh off an NBA Finals appearance, shipping off their star to the Los Angeles Lakers. And you got the Dallas Cowboys, who are finally healthy, fresh 2 years removed from a 12-win season with one of the best defensive players in the league, probably the best bang for buck young defensive player in the league, and you're trading him away. Not only that, you're trading him to Green Bay. Cowboy fans hate Green Bay.
Does he play Sunday, September 7th, home versus Detroit?
He plays
Detroit?
10 days from now. No problem. He plays. Not a question.
He plays versus Detroit.
He plays.
I am shocked. I'm a bit shell-shocked.
I think that's I think that's light. I really do.
I mean, is there more? Like maybe
there's got to be a player. There's got to be a second round or 2 second round. That's not as much as Khalil Mack got.
I like 2 firsts. I don't care that they're in the 20s. It gives you count. It gives Dallas assets in the draft to possibly trade up. Right? If you have 2 first-round picks and there's somebody that you like in said
here's
draft,
Here's the problem.
You could go and get him.
Here's the problem.
Sounds like this
Dallas
was unfixable.
should not be talking like that.
If this was it sounds like this was so unfixable to the point where they were willing to trade him to the Packers, and it sounds like the Packers are probably the only team willing to give up 2 first-round picks.
I don't know.
2 first-round picks a lot. It's a lot.
Hold on. I think teams all over the league would line up to give 2 first-round picks. If I'm the Jaguar fan, I'd give up.
I don't know.
That Jaguar,
I don't know.
Yeah, they would do it. I think a lot of teams would do it. Weirdly, Khalil Mack got 2 firsts, and I believe it was a day 3.
That was a mistake.
And it was a mistake. Fair. Micah Parsons is better than Khalil Mack at this point in their careers. He's better than him. I can't believe they did this.
Yeah, it's pretty shocking, dude.
He's only one of 3 players to record 12-plus sacks in 4 of the last 5 seasons. He's 26 years old.
Are you
4 years, $188 million.
You be buying into the Super Bowl hype for Packer fans right now. I should have placed
my bet.
I told you to do it. I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad about that. I don't.
Honestly, this line shifted. You think that win total shifted?
Folks,
I got to imagine it has. Let's check the Packers Super Bowl odds.
Folks, that's our good
courtesy of Hard Rock Bet.
Our good friends at Hard Rock Bet. Download the app, Apple App Store, Google Play Store. These odds that Colin Russo is about to give you for the win total of Green Bay, the over/under win total on Hard Rock Bet.
See, this is the type of move that's perfect because it basically, the Packers right now are plus 1750 to go to win the Super Bowl, by the way. So that's number 1. So that's where we sit there. NFC, and Joe Fortenbaugh, who we had on yesterday, was pro Packers NFC. He's happy about that. But let's do the win total futures. I think it was at 9.5 the last times I checked the Packers. I don't know if I would guess that this is moving this line. Green Bay. Where are the Green Bay Packers? I'm trying to find the Green Bay Packers. I think they took it off the
Yeah, they're probably restructuring it.
They're changing it.
I told you to bet it an hour ago.
Hard Rock, wait.
I told you an hour ago.
Give
By
us
the
a
way,
second.
Micah Parsons just, or rather, Adam Schefter. Micah Parsons just put a letter out to Cowboy fans. So yeah, this is 100% a done deal. Unbelievable.
What a get.
Unbelievable.
What a get for Green Bay. Brian Gutekunst, you got to give that general manager credit. The Packer fans thought he drove them crazy for playing too safe. And this offseason, he got a first-round receiver, which is a big deal to Green Bay. Didn't do it in 21 years. And after that, they go right after that and basically announce to the world that we are aiming for the Super Bowl or bust. That is it. That is what Green Bay is showing you right now.
You think I'm dead wrong here? But I think
you like this? No,
I
think
it for Dallas.
This is cheap.
It sounds, but hang on.
This is cheap.
It sounds like this was an unsalvageable situation to get, and maybe there were more teams that. Colin, I like to believe teams aren't just willing to give up 2 first-round picks. It's the most valuable thing you have in your franchise outside of your star players.
You're saying this because you gave it up for Deshaun Watson. You lost all those picks,
dude. I understand there's a big difference between how the Packers are run and my miserable band of misfits that I root for by the lake. But Colin, 2 is a lot. And the Packers have the luxury of being able to do that because they have a good roster and they're paying their quarterback a lot of money and they think he is a franchise quarterback.
How about this?
The Cowboys just got 2 first-round picks and still have their franchise quarterback in a pretty good roster.
Jerry Jones finally lost per Adam Schefter. How about this? Since Jerry Jones bought the Dallas Cowboys from Bum Bright in 1989, he has only traded away 1 player immediately after a Pro Bowl season. Safety Thomas Everett in 1994. Only 1 player. The second is now Micah.
Parsons is probably bigger than with
Thomas Everett.
With all due respect to the great Thomas Everett, okay? But this is probably the bigger deal. Micah's more the pulverizing player. I think he's more of a probably game wrecker with the position he plays, sacking the quarterback.
Waiting to see a full comeback in terms of what they gave up.
So you're gung ho.
$136 million guaranteed, $188 million, $47 million average over 4 years.
I agree with you that this is the right move for Green Bay, but I think there's a case that this was the right move for Dallas as well.
I don't think so.
All I'm saying.
I think this looks pathetic for Dallas. Dallas looks pathetic.
Dallas, who is already paying Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb astronomical amounts of cash.
But is Cleveland going to trade Myles Garrett to the Baltimore Ravens? How do you feel about that?
Miserable. But you just told me a segment ago that it probably would have made sense for them to do it with the state that they are in the franchise. And I know Dallas and Cleveland are different right now.
But yes, I
Dallas and Cleveland are different right now. But Colin, this is a player. Look at me defending Jerry Jones. This is a player who has been injured already in years past. This is a player.
You can't hold on. He's missed 4 games. 4 games last year. You don't do that. This is not an injury-riddled player. But go ahead.
And I the biggest point. All right, then take the injuries out of it. He's a great player. The biggest point is he does not want to be there, and you secured 2 first-round picks for your franchise.
Christian Katz, our producer behind the glass at the City Place Studios today on Russo and Rizzo, ESPN 106.3. Micah Parsons is officially a Green Bay Packer. Mike thinks the Cowboys made a halfway decent move here. I think this is pathetic. I think this is the Packers fleecing them. If it is really only 2 first-rounders, we haven't seen the full package yet. Give us your initial reaction.
Good move by the Dallas Cowboys.
You're on the Cowboy team, too.
Yeah,
why is this?
I don't hate the move whatsoever. I think 2 first-round picks are great for a guy that's disgruntled already. And it makes sense.
What about to Green Bay?
For Green Bay?
What about the fact that it's 2 Green Bay?
You're saying that they are Green Bay's first-round picks, that they're not going to be as great?
I'm talking about Dallas giving Micah Parsons to Green Bay.
I don't care about that at all. It's not a division rival.
But it is a rival. That's a rival to Dallas.
It's not a quarterback going inside your division. That's where it matters most. I don't really care about that as Green Bay.
I don't know. I think this is you don't give them up to Green Bay. Green Bay and Dallas are locksteady.
I'm actually fascinated by this. I want to bring this conversation up I had with the boys in the group chat about pass rushers, specifically TJ Watt, Garrett, and now Micah Parsons. There's a contingency of my friends that are upset that said Browns, and there are a couple of them are Steeler fans too, paid these guys astronomical amounts of cash because they think they're only going to be good for another 1.5 to 2 years. And that the back end of those contracts, you're going to be loading a lot of money to guys who aren't in their prime anymore for 3 more years. So maybe Jerry looked at it that way too. How elite, how many years is Micah Parsons going to be elite for?
Well, Jerry offered him a 5-year contract. Now you can't